Well, twice in 2 months, a West Michigan restaurant owner says burglars are targeting his business. They're getting away with cash, liquor, and whatever else they can get their hands on. And the way they're doing it is cause for concern as well. News Channel 3's Chris Yu is live in studio to tell us how these thieves are getting inside. Chris.
Yeah, Andy, burglars forced their way into Brewster's Smokehouse in Otsego over the weekend, but this wasn't a typical break-in. They made sure the cameras were out of commission first. Brewer's Smokehouse in Otsego is known for its applewood smoked meats.
The pulled pork, the beef brisket, the wings, the ham.
But its meat inventory is now significantly smaller because of burglars over the weekend.
These boxes were stacked up to here, and then these were all completely, these shelves were all full.
The burglars didn't steal the meat. Rather, they cut off the power to the restaurant and left the cooler door open, spoiling everything inside.
My business partner told me that there was probably close to $10,000 worth of meats that were discarded.
Restaurant owner Brad Wilcox believes it was malicious.
If I'm going to get robbed, I mean, I'd rather get robbed. I don't want to have somebody come in and have a gallon of mayonnaise smeared all over my restaurant.
Wilcox says the burglars began the break-in by damaging the meter enclosure.
This particular one was just hanging.
Once the power was off and the cameras were dead, they went inside. It appears the burglars broke the bottom glass of the front door in order to get in. Wilcox believes the burglars then went to the back of the restaurant, walked up to this tree over here, and then snapped a branch off. It appears the burglars then used that branch to clear the rest of that glass on the front door. This isn't the first break-in Wilcox has dealt with. His Kalamazoo restaurant was also broken into about 2 months ago. In that case, the burglars damaged the meter enclosure, smashed through the front door, and stole $2,700 from the ATM inside. This time, same MO, but there's no ATM present. So the burglars swiped bottles of liquor instead.
They're not dumb young kids that are just going around doing this. It's somebody who has knowledge about electricity.
Wilcox still plans to open Brewster's Smokehouse tomorrow. He says he heard about numerous other break-ins with the same MO throughout Kalamazoo and Calhoun counties. I asked the Kalamazoo County Undersheriff about them. He says they're under investigation, but he can't comment just yet.
We have live team coverage tonight, starting with our Tricia McCauley. She is live in Grand Rapids to tell us how people here in West Michigan are reacting to the potential end of Roe v. Wade. Tricia.
Well, Eric and Andy, protesters are starting to gather here at the U.S. District Courthouse in Grand Rapids. Just take a look behind me. Some of them holding signs that say abortion is health care and bans off our bodies. There is a national call tonight on state officials to take action before the Supreme Court can overturn Roe v. Wade. If the 1973 decision is overturned, it would be up to states to make their own laws on abortion. Right now in Michigan, there's a 1931 law still on the books that could go into effect if Roe v. Wade is overturned. That law bans abortions in the state unless done to save the life of the mother. There is no exception for rape or incest. Planned Parenthood advocates of Michigan say this is a personal health decision that should be made with the pregnant individual and their doctor, not politicians.
The fact remains is that, abortion bans are harmful and they hurt the most low income and people of color most in our society.
Michigan Right to Life says they are cautiously optimistic because this is just a draft opinion, and they will continue to fight to protect the 1931 abortion law.
Hopefully that women will feel empowered to continue their pregnancies and raise their children if they choose so, or they can look to our 150 plus resource centers, pregnancy resource centers, or adoption agencies if that is also something that they need.
Again, nothing is official yet. Roe v. Wade is still in place. No word on when the Supreme Court could be taking that vote to possibly overturn it.
If the Supreme Court does strike down the federal Roe v. Wade decision, it would trigger a nearly century-old state law that would ban nearly all abortions in Michigan, even in cases of rape or incest.
Theoretically, as soon as the Supreme Court rules, they would go into effect immediately.
The 1931 law has been sitting dormant since 1973, when Roe overruled it on a federal level.
Clinics, doctors, others helping women to get abortions would probably need to stop immediately, or they could face prosecution.
If the 20th century law went into effect, Stepp says it could create a legal free-for-all, as different jurisdictions would be able to prosecute abortion providers, she says, and that could draw legal challenges.
It certainly is not straightforward and clear-cut what will happen. The striking down Roe v. Wade is relatively straightforward, but what will actually happen in practice in these states like Michigan is not straightforward at all.
In Michigan's Republican-led legislature, efforts to guarantee a right to abortion haven't gone far.
We're on defense.
Now advocates on both sides are gearing up for a fight outside the State House.
We are just beginning the fight again, to be honest. And this time, it's going to get a lot more fierce than the last round.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer has also filed a lawsuit to stop the 1930s-era abortion bill from going into effect, calling on the Michigan Supreme Court to weigh in directly. Now, Right to Life Michigan has signed on to fight Whitmer's lawsuit in court.
Michigan is very well suited to extend legal protection to the unborn child from, conception all the way through all 9 months of pregnancy. So our goal at Right to Life, of course, is to defend our abortion ban and to defend the laws and the precedent that we have in Michigan.
Stepp says even if Roe v. Wade is overturned, it's uncertain when the Supreme Court would have the decision take effect. Chief Justice Roberts also said today that he is launching an investigation into who leaked that draft opinion. While leaks are rare in the Supreme Court, legal experts say they are not unprecedented.